From news and politics to food, wine, and music, it's all here. This is The Drive with Steve Jaxon on KSRO.
All right, this is cool. No one in the media is supporting the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers more than KSRO, and we're proud to do that. Joining us right now is Jeremy Wesler from the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers. Dude, good to meet you.
Hey, thanks, Steve, and we appreciate your support.
Well, you know, we're just so glad that we've got professional baseball back in the county.
I feel the same way. We couldn't be happier to be in Santa Rosa.
And I did a lot of work with KSRO and the Crushers back in the day. And it was very sad to see them go away, but we're so glad that the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers are here. Explain to everyone exactly what your roles are, because you have a lot of them.
I wear a few hats.
Yeah.
I guess the broadest title you could give it is maybe like head of in-game entertainment. I do the public address announcing. I'm also sort of the unofficial DJ. I play music.
Oh, cool.
And I also do play-by-play for our live streams over the internet.
That is a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, it's a few things.
Yeah. What's your background? How did you wind up in this
I started I've been working in baseball since 2008. I started with the Oakland A's and did in-stadium kind of the Jumbotron kind of stuff for them. And I stayed with them through the end of 2013. So I have a lot of baseball experience. I've worked with a bunch of different TV networks as a graphics operator and kind of on the broadcast technician side. And so when the opportunity came to come work for the Scuba Divers, I came running. I learned a lot from Dick Callahan, who was the former PA address announcer for the Oakland A's, kind of a mentor of mine. And he passed away recently, but a really great guy.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up right here in Santa Rosa.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
I'm a local boy.
How did you connect with the Scuba Divers?
Well, I saw that they had posted that they were looking for somebody to fill the public address job, and I reached out to Andrew Dunn, who's the commissioner of the league, who I believe you folks had in here last week.
We did. He's been in a few times,
Yeah. I spoke with Andrew, and, it was the kind of thing where this particular team is still coming together, so he told me, come on down to the ballpark tonight, and we'll see how it works, and before I left, I had announced a few innings, and I became the permanent guy from then on.
Nice to have an audition during an actual game.
Sure.
Right? Yeah.
Live fire exercise.
So talk about how it goes for you during the game. How do you start? Mm-hmm. How do you select the music? Just tell everything.
Sure. Well, the first thing that we look for is kind of like family friendly, and then the next thing is like appropriate to the moment. So, if the other team maybe scored a few runs, not that that's ever happened at a Scuba Divers game, but if the other team went ahead, we might play a little more mellow music. Everybody's just going to kind of relax. If it's, a big clutch moment, we'll play something driving, Kickstart My Heart, or Thunderstruck or something like that to kind of bring the energy level up a little more. And I found a lot of sort of wacky scuba-related music and a few songs about Santa Rosa that I'm throwing into the mix as well.
There's scuba-related music?
Well, it's thematically similar, like songs from The Little Mermaid.
Okay, all right, I got it. How have you been enjoying it so far?
Honestly, I love it. It really takes me back to just all the things that I love most about baseball. The kids, the kids who are playing on these teams, and I get to say that because I'm finally older than the players. The kids who come in and do this, they got a lot of heart. They're there trying to move up, and hundreds of players have been promoted up through the Pecos League. So, you're always guaranteed you're going to see these kids like giving it their all every day, really swinging for the fences, no pun intended. But also just the fan environment. The people who come out to the games are always having a good time. It's a lot of kind of family energy, which is cool. A lot of neighbor energy. You never know who you're going to run into at a game. And I think one of the coolest things is that people bring their dogs and cats. One cat. Somebody has a trained cat that's like on a leash that comes around and very like active, meets everybody.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's kind of fun too.
You got to love that, yeah. It's at Doyle Park,
mm-hmm.
and the home games are Thursdays and Fridays, and then the rest of the time, the team is on the road. How the hell are our scuba divers doing these days?
They are a good, they have a lot of potential at this point, we might say. They're not at the bottom of the table, certainly. They're definitely, and they're coming off a couple wins on this road trip.
Okay.
So, it's kind of mercurial with a team in its first year. You never know if you're going to take off or kind of take a little while to get the chemistry right. And that's kind of been the story for them.
Yeah, and the commissioner told us last week that wait till next year. It's going to really solidify. And he also complained about the bullpen. But, come on, it's so early. And
I'd say wait till next year to see how good they are, but don't wait till next year to come to a game.
There you go.
Well put, dude.
Now, I've noticed walk-on music, intro music for the players. Have you been with the team long enough to build good walk-on music for each player?
I'm getting there. With the walk-up music. One of the cool things about this league is everybody's chipping in. It has a real kind of traveling circus kind of feel where, the players are also the grounds crew. They also move the batting cage, off the field after batting practice as a team. And so when we
just like Buster Posey used to do for the Giants. Yeah, exactly.
You'd always catch him down there chalking the foul lines himself.
Yeah.
I asked a few of the guys if they would help me with some stuff, and I told them I would trade them entrance music for it, which got a big reaction. But for the most part, what I'm working on is like just giving them stylish intros in announcing. They haven't yet come to me with the music that they really want to come in with, but I try to give them little nicknames or little flourishes and stuff like that. The little PA tricks to make somebody's name sound interesting.
So toss one of these names out at us.
Oh, okay. Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for your Scuba Divers, the catcher, number 17, Eric Kozak. And then I'll kind of stretch that O out longer and longer.
For a couple minutes.
Sure, I really want to stretch it out until I want him to turn around and look at me and be like, really, are you still with us?
Yeah. I'm just so glad they're here, and we're going to hand out a pair of tickets, not right this moment, but in a bit, for any Scuba Divers home game, Thursday and Friday, or Friday, and any game during the season. So stand by for that. We're going to do that in just a bit.
Okay.
In the meantime, how's everything at Doyle Park? We heard that they were going to do some fixing up.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, as far as the baseball facility goes, it's constantly improving.
Right.
As far as our end, we're always figuring out new things. We had been off of a generator for the first couple of weeks, like for all of our stuff, and we're now able to have electricity that's run right from home, so it doesn't sound like somebody's running a lawnmower next to the field all game, which is nice. But yeah, the whole park is like, it's probably a classic Santa Rosa park, right up there with Howarth. It's been there for a long time, and there's all kinds of great facilities all over the whole park. The dog park's great. The clubhouse, they have the day camp there Mondays through Fridays. And
how's the snack bar?
Oh, you mean the dive bar?
The dive bar. I stand corrected. Thank you.
It's great. You can go pick up a diver dog or an ice cold beer. We do chili dogs and hot chocolate and candy and all the baseball classics.
And who's handling the dive bar?
Why, that's Crystal and Elise, my two great companions and compatriots in putting on Scuba Divers baseball. They're fantastic. They're ticket takers. They're concessionaires. And they're just a fabulous part of the Scuba Divers experience.
Do you travel with the team?
No, I don't travel with the team. I'm the home guy, the home announcer. I've been asked a few times to travel to other teams to serve as a backup announcer. It hasn't worked out yet with my schedule, but yeah, for the most part, I'm a Santa Rosa guy.
What's the best part of doing what you're doing right now?
Oh, man.
Well, he's a baseball guy like me.
I love baseball.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's fun to just be near it. It's fun to be around the game. But I think what's fun, honestly, is growing it. Getting it to helping it to take root in the community and helping it to become, hopefully a part of Santa Rosa summer life for years to come.
Yeah.
It's gratifying to watch it grow, to watch people connect and want to come back over and over. It's really gratifying to put on a fan experience worth having.
When the commish was in the other day, the first time he was in, I played the old Sonoma County Crusher jingle.
Oh, I remember that one.
My good friend did, and he said people are really wanting to hear it. They're singing it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, please. That sounds great.
You can play it. And
throw it in there.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I'd love that.
Crush a baseball.
Yeah, Sonoma County Crushers on Forever Rewind. I remember that.
Yeah. There you go. Folks, if you're interested in finding all sorts of information out about the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers, you just need to go to their website. It's real easy, santarosascubadivers.com.
All right. Again, the home games are Thursdays and Fridays. They're on the road the rest of the time.
6 p.m. every time.
6 p.m. at Doyle Park. Coming up on the 29th of this month, they're playing the Martinez Sturgeon.
Yep. On Friday, it'll be the Monterey Amberjacks. They're going to try to avenge a walk-off loss they suffered to your Scuba Divers just a couple of weeks ago.
What is an amberjack?
An amberjack's a fish, I found out. And it's actually... I try to put in every game to do different trivia contests based on our visiting team. So the trivia question that game was, name one of the two primary predators that amberjacks fear. And a kid ran up to me right away and said, it's a shark. And he was right. I sent him to the dive bar to get a candy bar of his choice. And he came back and tipped me 1 starburst. That was my favorite thing about working for the
Living a dream there, Jeremy. As I said, we're going to give away a pair of tickets that you can use at any game Thursday or Friday for your Santa Rosa Scuba Divers. We'll do that in just a bit. Jeremy Wesler from the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers. Great to meet you, dude. And
Likewise.
Now that we've met, and we're going to need you to come in more often.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Bring them trivia questions with you.
Oh, you bet.
And Starburst.
I'll bring them for sure.
Yeah, because we're going to want you to give us updates all the time.
I can give you one more trivia fact real quick.
Please.
Some people don't know this, but the reason that they're called the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers is that people dramatically underestimated the depth of Matanzas Creek.
I live on Matanzas Creek, and it's dry
Yeah, that's right.
as hell right now. But back in the
So
day...
it's safe to scuba dive
That's
in.
right.
Back in the day when there was actually rain, it would get... the water would raise up big time, and it was fun to hear and listen to and walk out my back door and look at, but it's dry.
We're
Anyway,
hoping to get Scuba Steve back. If you want to watch somebody run the bases in flippers, there's nothing like it.
we've talked about that from the beginning. Yeah, a full outfit with flippers.
That's right.
I will do it.
All right, see you there.
I wanted to throw out the very first pitch in a complete scuba diver uniform and flippers, but we'll get to that.
Next
Well, we'd
year.
love to have you throw out a first pitch anytime.
No, I will do that. Jeremy Wesler, santarosascubadivers.com. Check them out, and we'll be handing out a pair of tickets that you can use at any Thursday or Friday home game at Doyle Park for the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers. Great to meet you, Jeremy, and we will be seeing a lot more of you.
Thanks, fellas.
All right. Coming up, Justice...